All right, y'all. Let me jump right into this. This boy Keyshawn Davis, he really, he really needs somebody strong. He really needs somebody with some common sense to sit down with him and wake his little ass up. So Keyshawn Davis did an interview. This motherfucker is talking about his mental health issues. The interviewer says to him, yeah, how you feel about Floyd Mayweather reaching out to you to show support? And he goes, he did? Like he wasn't aware, right? Then he starts, all right, I fucks with you, Floyd. Yeah, shout out to Floyd. I fucks with Floyd. Blah, 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 blah. Then he went into the person that shocked him the most, that showed support, that got his respect, and he back on his good list and all that, was Teofimo Lopez. Because Teofimo Lopez says, everybody kicking Keyshawn, talking shit about him now, but what he needs is to be embraced. All right, check this out. The guy says, so did he reach out to you? This is what Keyshawn, he kept it gangster, yo. He just said it and put that shit out on video, you know what I'm saying? But he kept it gangster, But he respects Tio. And then he says he knows what Tio is talking about, because he says Tio said, when I was going through that, I know how I felt. So Keyshawn says, yeah, I know how it feels, because I was there too. And when Tio went through the same thing, like all the shit I said about him, you know what I'm saying? The fact that he showed me support, like, wow. So wait a minute. I'm going to tell you what Keyshawn Davis just did. Keyshawn Davis just got on his knees and sucked off Teofimo Lopez. And he's trying to suck off his fan base, because this is what he think is going to happen. He think by him saying that, he's going to get Teofimo fans on his side. He just sat here and did an interview, a video of himself saying he's damn near retired, because what he's saying is that nobody wants to work with him because of his lack of professionalism. And that they saw, okay, this motherfucker's on his way up and he's already starting to get arrogant and okay. No. So they don't want to work with him. When he's saying to you guys, he's damn near retired, he's not telling you his plans is to retire. He's telling you that, like he said in the video, like that, like he pissed a lot of people off. It's like, yeah, he said he's damn near retired. He said boxing is slow because why? Nobody's picking him like, yo, Keyshawn, we want to put you in a fight with such and such. Like, there's no big demand for him. You understand what I'm saying? It's like his behavior turned people off. And to show you how fucking dumb Keyshawn is, and then this shit just turned me off, man. Keyshawn, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody wants to work with you. You put hands on another black man. You claim you and your brothers never jumped nobody. It wasn't true. Now, we saw a scuffle going on and whatever. Like I said, video. We didn't see the whole video to know exactly what happened and how or whatever. But you denied all of that, right? Look at how you're being treated, right? I seen Larry Holmes run and drop kick what's my man name? Trevor, was it Trevor Burbick? Was it him? I think it was Trevor Burbick. He ran it. Remember, he ran across the car, jumped off and drop kicked him with them cowboy boots. There was no suspension for him. There was nobody want to work Larry Holmes now because of right? And that was against another black man. Teofimo says a bunch of racist shit. He gets away with it. Ryan Garcia says a bunch of racist, hateful shit. Speaking about wanting to commit hate crimes. Right? Murder. I wish I could bring that nigga back so I can kill his ass again. If I was the cop, I wouldn't have put my knee in that nigga neck. I'd have killed him. I'd have shot that nigga. Yeah. But people still wanted to work with him. And your little dumbass sit here and said after all the stuff you said about Tio, as if like what you said wasn't justified. What the fuck? So that makes me feel like you didn't say none of that shit because you meant it. I think you read comments and seen a reaction that people was having, and I think that you tried to talk like you want to step up and like, if I see this motherfucker, I'm gonna put hands on. First of all, as a black man, what the fuck comments do you need to see? Sometimes we all need to see something at times for encouragement for certain situations, but as a black man, you mean to tell me you comparing what you did and said versus what Tio did and said? And you were the one sitting up there FaceTiming or whatever, like reading text messages from Ryan Garcia. They feel that you a gullible little nigga. See, this is why they can say that shit. Remember the watermelon and the bananas you got? Did you send that shit to yourself? Or did you lie and pretend just to try to stir something up? Whatever, because if you remember, Keyshawn, you confronted your opponent and his promoter, saying that it was them. And remember, your boy Teofimo Lopez, who has no interest in fighting you, right? Was sitting there watching, eating the banana. It was all funny to him, right? Same guy that said, I'm not racist, man. People saying what they saying. I'm not racist. I'm not racist, man. I'm not racist. And kept making all these excuses just to end up saying, I'm done with all that racist stuff. How could you be done with something that you wasn't partaking in the first place? And Turkey Al-Sheikh only stopped working with Teofimo Lopez. Why? Because Teofimo Lopez personally insulted him, his people, and his religion. Did not tell y'all that? Did not say a long time ago, Turkey ain't shit as far as that goes to me. Because why? Turkey's sitting here talking about he don't get involved in religious stuff and race stuff. And oh, you don't. Right. And I said, now you think if they were saying this shit about Turkey himself or his people, do you think that he would have that same mentality? Of course not. And when he comes out and says exactly what the fuck Aries told y'all, okay, there you go. So it wasn't because of that. Turkey don't give a fuck what he says about black people. He don't care about what he says about, people in general outside of his people, his religious beliefs, and him personally. And that's all that was. And for you to sit here and speak as if Tio went through the same shit that you went through, you gotta be a dumb motherfucker, man. That shit hit me so hard because I said, damn, Keyshawn. You see what I saw? Keyshawn doing all this, stretching his eyes and getting up in people's faces and all that, okay, but yet he want the smoke, right? At least that's how it was for a while, right? But then you see what happens when the ego kicks in and this lack of maturity that we see floating around. You see what happens is Teofimo got to the point where he started to start feeling himself, right? Like most of these little motherfuckers do. And what happens? He goes in there and starts barking at people. He goes in there and does the wrong things. And this motherfucker misses weight while he's up there on the scale, smiling, flexing, and talking about, he felt like shit. He felt frustrated, but like he couldn't, or he felt, he couldn't show it. I had to, just go up there and all this little nonsensical shit he was talking about. And it's like, bro, it's your job to make weight. You went up there, you disgraced yourself. You went in this man's locker room to attack her. Like all this crazy shit that was going on was against another black man. And you know what's funny? I saw an interview the other day. I forgot who the fuck was being interviewed. But the person that's being interviewed, they were talking about Richardson Hitchison. They said, this dude is trying to take the lazy way to title shots. He's not fighting worthy opponents. He's just fighting decent guys. And he's talking and trying to get a championship match, right? But what happened to the days of working your way up, right? Now, isn't it funny how Ryan Garcia was able to talk his way into fucking championship matches because of his social media following, his antics and his bullshit? Because that motherfucker ain't, who the fuck did he beat? But y'all too dumb to understand who the target is right now and why. And I look at Richardson Hitchison. I said, yeah, he's another one. He called Devin Haney a bitch ass nigga. He want to fight Devin. Devin's a bitch. But who is he smiling with and hugging? Huh? Who? Keyshawn. Didn't you and your brothers beat the shit out of T.O.'s dad already for making racist comments in your gym? And that makes me think y'all felt more offended because it's more like, oh, he going to say that shit in front of us like we not here. Not because, the principle of, we black. You talking about me. You talking about all my people. Nah, that's not what y'all did, right? Y'all did it for what? You personally felt something. And I feel like that's how you motherfuckers are. And Richardson Hitchens is standing up there like an asshole, hugging fucking T.O., smiling with him, trying to make a fight. Let me tell you something, Richard. Let me tell you something. Teofimo racist as fuck. That motherfucker racist towards Devin Haney as well. He don't want to fight Devin. He never wanted to fight Devin. And Devin light skin. You'd imagine how the fuck they feel about your black ass, don't you? And you sitting up here talking about Devin's a bitch, but I don't see Tiafimo lacing up love to fight you either. So why is he not a bitch? Why is it always with you black fighters? Y'all bitch ass niggas, y'all faggot ass motherfuckers, y'all pussy ass niggas, but when it come to anything not black, somehow y'all owe it to them to be respectful. Y'all owe it to them to not really go at them. Coon boys. That mentality that you have, that fucking mentality that Keyshawn is showing right now, Keyshawn need a verbal slap in the fucking face. He needs somebody to wake his ass up. Because maybe your little bitch ass generation might have people that, into your little shit or whatever, but for the most part, man, you done pissed a lot of black people off now. Because for you to say what you said, it's like, damn, you feel remorse for a racist motherfucker? You making excuses for a racist motherfucker? No different from these black motherfuckers running around out here supporting Donald Trump. Still, even if y'all fell for the okie doke in the beginning, still fuck y'all racist sellout. Fuck y'all racist against your own people, bunch of sellout motherfuckers. But even now, you still supporting this motherfucker. That's what y'all sound like, man. You stood up talking about as a black man, this and this, and it's calling yourself the businessman. Like I told you, y'all can call yourselves what y'all want. You got a daughter named that bitch Portia, that motherfucker come out looking like a gremlin. Don't matter what the fuck you call a motherfucker, man. You call yourself the businessman. You cut your hair. You start wearing suits and all that shit. And what? For what? What changed in here? And in here? And in here? What? And you actually sat here and put this motherfucker in the same category as yourself. Like what y'all did was the same. And not only that, if you do that, what you think racist people do? You did the same shit that they do. Put you in a fucking category. Two wrongs don't make a right. Motherfucker, you weren't wrong for standing your grounds. And I said, anybody, myself included, see fucking Tiafimo walking by, you need to pick him up and dump him on his fucking head. And if you motherfuckers sitting up here at these fucking fights, really? Really? Nah, bro. Nah. I tell you what, that toxic ass slave mentality that you have, you fragile ass motherfuckers sit here, every little thing, any one little thing go wrong, y'all start crashing out and act like a bunch of little kids getting all hyper, screaming, hollering, and y'all pissed off, and everything, mental health issues. Well, take your retarded ass somewhere and get fixed. I get so sick of hearing this mental health issue shit. Every time I turn around, some fucking fighter breaking down and crying in tears. Nigga, y'all chose this lifestyle. So why y'all acting like somebody owe y'all something? You get millions of fucking dollars to go out here and perform. This is the life you chose. You chose this shit. Mental health issues is real, man. Mental health issues, mental health. I'm so sick of hearing this shit, man. I'm so sick of hearing this shit. I see people go to work every day. You got people out here working 2 jobs to hold it down for their family. When they got back problems and shit on their legs, their neck fucked up, shoulder, whatever the fuck goes on with them, you know what happens? They ain't making millions of dollars, but they're providing for their kids the best way that they can. Y'all rich motherfuckers is out here taking shit for granted. You're egotistical and you're just fucking spoiled little brats. You're immature. You don't have any fucking like man fucking type of like grown adult intelligence. Everything about y'all is like little kids. Everything. I'm mad. I'm pissed off. Mental health. I'm falling apart. You shouldn't be a boxer then, man. Remember how we sat there with at Jared Anderson crying, talking to Roy? And Roy was sitting there. He was choked up too. But why me? I don't want to box. Why the fuck did you choose it then? Motherfucker make it seem like he was teleported into a fucking boxing ring like some movie. And hey, man, the only way to get back to Earth, you have to fight your way back. You chose this shit. This is what I get so sick of with you motherfuckers. Y'all choose this shit, but then turn around talking about mental health issues. Who made you choose boxing? Well, why me? What the fuck do you mean? Why did you choose to become a boxer. Then you motherfuckers start making money. You start doing dumb shit. You start fucking up. And then what starts happening when you start fucking up? You know, the money was coming too fast. I wasn't used to having it, man. So right. So that's the first thing you do when you get money is just become fucking stupid. Every excuse in the book, man. You don't have to be religious. It don't mean shit. You don't have to have, you don't have to be the smartest person to know I'm in a position now where I'm actually rich. Fuck making money. I'm rich. I have to keep the focus and keep doing what I'm doing. Nah. Y'all want to be the center of attention. Y'all think being an asshole is the way to get the attention. Y'all focus on everything to get popular other than the fighting. Now, Keyshawn was going in the ring and he was delivering and he was stepping up. And hey, man, they already putting him in there with Tank and then the other top guys in the division just for him to turn around and do this shit. And now, what was the purpose of the video before the last? Because you only got 2 videos that I've seen since, your little hiatus. And all you did was sat there and apologized and said how sorry you was. There was no excuse for your behavior. And it's like, did you do that because you felt like you needed to do that to break the ice so you can get a fight? Huh? Because you fucked a lot of people over. Just imagine all these people that came out to support your ass. My mindset is never to support. It's basically, hey, if I think it's a good fight, it's a good fight. You don't know me, I don't know you. I'm not fucking, how am I helping me by putting my money in your fucking hands? It's just a fight, that's it. But all these people that come out and support you, and you did what you did. No fight. You didn't even try to lose the fucking weight. You had that in common with fucking Ryan Garcia. Y'all didn't even try to fucking lose the weight. And you was okay with being stripped, have your title taken away, then your brother got his ass whooped, and then all this chaos. So you made your little apologetic video just to come back and sit here and glaze the fuck out of a racist, man. See, this is the problem with black people. See, right now, you got racist white people going, yeah, but no, how can say here another white boy beat him? Still bringing that shit up. You got racist white people saying, yeah, but Devin Haney said, oh, you never white boy beat him. You want to know why they're racist and why I tell you why I can tell you that they're racist? Because if it's about 2 wrongs don't make a right, you're not going to support somebody for being racist just to say, oh, but what about when that black guy? No, because if you're not racist, you're not going to stoop to that level. I told you, I done had a couple of people in the back in the day call me nigger. And I beat the fuck out of their ass. And they learned to not say that shit again. It wasn't no, oh, I just want to teach them. No. I punished. I plain and simple. Ain't no motherfucking, well, he just got the right, freedom of speech. We all human. We all say, nah, fuck out of here with that bullshit. And that's what you're doing. Making excuses for a fucking racist. Like I always say, if somebody raped your daughter, you gonna go back and rape their daughter? Nah, I know what I'm going to do to the person that touched mine, but I'm not going to rape their kid. That's not how I'm going to retaliate. So it's the same thing. Somebody say racist shit to you. You say racist shit back, but then say you're not racist. Nah. Here's the thing, though. The very people that you defend, the people that they said shit to, have forgiven, and they've moved on and became cool. Y'all still hold on to it. You see what I'm saying? Now, black people in general, nope. Always quick to forgive, act like nothing happened, but will kill each other. That's exactly what the fuck these racist people have been used to and why they throw it in your fucking face. How many times, and let's be real, and anybody out, the real people get this. How many times have you been watching TikTok, right? And it'd be some white boy sitting up there playing Madden or something live, right? What they playing in the background? Some black rapper. Motherfucker, nigga, I put it in, nigga this, nigga that, motherfucker, blow your head off, nigga. And they sitting up there just playing their little fucking game, bopping their head. And here is a white boy, let's just be real, raised up out in the suburbs somewhere, talking about, yo, peeps, yo, smash that like button, man. Come on, y'all, tap that screen. Yo, salute to my man, such and such. Yo, I see you, baby. We in the building. Now I'm saying, yeah. Really? That's how you really talk? Yup, online. That's the same motherfucker that if you catch him offline, hey guys, how are you? Yeah, I was just thinking about going live later, and maybe you guys want to come over, or we can have a little game night or something, and but all of a sudden when he get, we put the rap music on, we throw my little baseball cap on backwards, and we put my team jersey on, yo, you know what I'm saying? Shit, man, I'm back in the building. Really, that's how you really talk? Right. Y'all still don't get that shit, do y'all? But y'all dumb motherfuckers, yo, word up, yo, I'm about to sub to this nigga, yo, he a real nigga, yo. That's how all of you little stupid motherfuckers carry yourselves. Quick to forgive some shit. But I guarantee you this. See, your dumb ass apologized, which I said, at least you did that, right? Ryan still haven't apologized. Like he said, last time I apologized, never. Apologized to the mother of his child. And like I said, we know the reasons why that was. He ain't apologizing to no black people. He still ain't going to no fucking rehab. And bottom line, like I said before, and I'll say it again, let's say, and I doubt that he even did it, but let's say if he apologized to Derrick James behind closed doors, Derrick James is a sucker for accepting that. Because Derrick James, as a grown man, should have been like, nah, nigga. You disrespected me and my people. And you did that shit openly. You want to apologize openly, or we done here. Plain and simple. And to be honest with you, I'd have been done with him regardless. I'd have had him apologize, then I'd have cut him. You understand? I'd have, yeah, now, fuck you, we done, you racist piece of shit. Because I'm going to explain something to you, man. Anger doesn't make you racist. Anger makes you angry. When racist shit come out your mouth, it's because you're racist. You can't fucking sit here and tell me, oh, well, I just try to think of something hurtful to say when I get mad. No. So of all the shit that you can say, you just pretending to be racist because you're angry or you're trying to get attention. That's so you don't care who you offend. You don't care that your words can cause riots. Shit can happen. Anybody familiar with Perth Amboy, New Jersey? We used to go to this movie theater out there, and it was like a very heavily Latino populated town, Perth Amboy. And I remember some shit went down one night, man, and I remember it was like 8 Latino guys, and it was about 60 of us. And these Latino guys was about to get the shit stomped out of them. And we saved the motherfuckers and looked out for them. But before we did, we said, what happened? What was going on? What? And they was like, oh. And what it turns out is it was about 20 white guys. And I think one of them, I don't remember who, I don't know the motherfuckers, but one of them, their dad was like some police chief or some shit out in Perth Amboy, or he had some high ranking as a police, and so he was trying to act like a tough guy, and it just turns out they were just fucking with these Latino guys, and for no reason. But the Latino guys was outnumbered. You understand what I'm saying? And it was one of these things where we made it known. We ain't had to get involved in that shit. We just looked out because the guys, it was the 8 Latino guys, there was like three females with them. And they were like to the point, like, and you could see that this was just one of these situations. These wasn't like the tough guy Latinos trying to act. These were just some guys that were just out to go watch a movie. We went to watch Best of the Best. I think the second one. One of them movies. It was some martial arts movie. I think it was one of them. But we went to go watch that shit. So we was like, nah, man, this sound like y'all just trying to be bullies. Like real shit. So if that's the case, since it's like 20 of y'all, yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Then you know what? We need to even the odds out. So it's a fair fight. Or we could just, no, we don't have any problem with you guys. Now all of a sudden, all right, so then let this shit go. You shouldn't have a problem with them either. Shit like that, right? Never seen any of those guys again. Just it was some bully shit. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine if I look at the way I see racist motherfuckers talking shit online now, all Latinos and white people, whoever. If I shouldn't have helped, no. That's not how it goes. See, so my point is when you do good deeds, you do it because that's who you are. But you also know who your enemies are. And you know there's no love for them. There's no remorse for them motherfuckers. It's as simple as that. So when I can have a circle of people and they come from all different walks of life, I don't choose my friends based on common interests. I choose it based on their moral values and how them as people, because common interest doesn't assure that I can trust you. You understand what I'm saying? So that means if I'm talking to somebody, even if you black and I'm talking to you and you a coon, and I can't say anything to make you see shit for the reality of what it is, because I can't be where we all entitled to our own opinions, and you know, and you out here being a fucking sellout, you out here being some coon, nah. So whatever. Everybody who's around me understands me. You don't have to change for me, but until you show that you have the understanding and like, I don't want to put myself in that position where I feel shaky about somebody, but the good in me, you know, which we see as good, but it's being naive. Allow yourself to be stabbed in the back by somebody. Now it's going to turn into something else now. You understand what I mean? So you got to be, use your common sense. So just like Keyshawn said, T.O. didn't reach out, but he's still trying to make him look good. No, he kept it gangster. Oh, he kept it gangster. Ain't nothing gangster about that little flat-nosed, onion-faced bitch. You over here sucking up to him. He surprised you because of all the things he said. I mean, damn, even if you'd have lied to yourself and said, you know what, man, maybe Teofimo see things differently now. Maybe he's woken up. Who knows? I don't know. Or whatever. But whatever. That wasn't even relevant for you to even bring up. Talk about what, because he made that little bullshit comment. Talk about what he went through. Nah, it's not what Tio went through. It's what Tio put himself through. When Teofimo sit here and says, if ESPN want these black fights, they can keep them. When he sit up here, whichever monkey wants the banana. When he sits up here and watch you sit up there with a box of watermelon and bananas and laughing while he's eating one, making fun of your stupid ass, while Hulk Hogan sits here and says, yo, I think she's fucking the nigger, man. Fucking black guy. Fucking niggers, man. Yeah, fuck, man. She's gonna date a nigger, at least somebody 8 feet tall, makes like $100 million. Fucking niggers, man. When Hulk Hogan sits here and tell you that his biggest fear in life is that he dies and come back reincarnated as a black person. Yeah, all this kind of shit. But it's always somebody black sitting up here trying to defend some racists. It's always somebody black sitting up here getting angry at other black people for keeping it real with you motherfuckers. It's always somebody black willing to fucking settle, turn the other cheek, and just put their hands up. But if you black like me, we can kill each other. That's exactly what the fuck has been going on. And that mindset that Keyshawn Davis have, we can't accept that shit. And if somebody can't wake his little young dumbass up, I say fuck Keyshawn. I'm not even worried about watching this little motherfucker fight no more. I real shit. I can't support this kind of mentality. And this is what, like I said, this is like, I got a life to live, man. I'm not, like this YouTube shit, this social media shit gets to the point where I'm too mature for the stupid shit, man. So when I see things like this, is like, really? This is the direction we're going to go? Really? So you're going to sit here and put yourself in the same category with Tio, huh? It to me, it exposes Keyshawn to be a fraud. He's all about himself. He don't give a fuck about the people. It's just about him trying to make money. He did something that backfired. He thought playing the bad guy was going to make him look gangster. And it was going to raise his profile, but it didn't. It backfired. And they showed you, no, you black. You can't do what Ryan and T.O. did and get away with it. And think about it. Nobody banned T.O. from anything. T.O. basically just motherfucking, T.O. just basically, pissed off Turkey. Ryan Garcia, as of now, has been banned from WBC activity. Last time we seen his little bitch ass, he's in the backseat of a fucking car crying because he lost like a little hoe. And even Raleigh Romero, who might say certain things that you as black people might, oh yeah, see, Raleigh even said, but then Raleigh defends this motherfucker, right? Because he was crying. Yeah, see, my point. You see, when a person don't see race, don't care about racism, they're not bothered by it because it wasn't said to their race or somebody that, yeah. So fuck Raleigh too. Fuck all of them. They all the same to me, man. Because at the end of the fucking day, this is what I'm telling you. If you only care about racism when it happens to somebody like you, what does that say about you? And this is why when they try to fucking fool black people with their, oh, it's reverse racism. It's reverse racism because you're not putting up with their racism. It's when you stand up against racism. It's when you don't have a problem putting the motherfucker on their back. When you let them know, nah, we militant minded. We ain't no motherfucking fairies. We ain't our ancestors, nigga. You ain't gonna come with that nigga shit and we don't want any problems. We just want, nah, we'll die for this shit for real. Because this is our life. This is our day to day. So when you get pulled over by some racist cop, when you out there dealing with all types of shit, when you got that racist teacher that will sit here and watch your little black son or daughter play a certain way, yeah, they're very disruptive, and you know they're distracting the other students, and you know, but yet somebody look just like them. Yeah, he's very, you know, very ambitious, very energetic. Or somehow the same exact behaviors is a good thing for him, but a different skin tone, it's disruptive, it's disturbing, it's distracting. I know what I'm talking about. Trust, I know what I'm talking about. But when I see this shit and I see people your age, you motherfuckers are old enough to know better. But this lack of maturity, man. You grown-ass fucking men with gray hair are crashing out playing video games, throwing your fucking controller across the room, cursing, swearing, smashing your TV, and this is supposed to be entertaining? Grown-ass men? This is your generation. This is what y'all do. There's not a man among you motherfuckers, man. And this is one of the things I said about Roy Jones. This fat, bald-headed motherfucker, he going on a fucking Floyd Mayweather hate tour, talking all this shit about what Floyd is, what Floyd ain't, but you ain't heard this motherfucker address Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez. He ain't got nothing to say about that. You concerned about a motherfucker saying Muhammad Ali ain't the greatest as far as he's concerned, you know, and Floyd. But James Toney said the same thing. You ain't coming after him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He called him trash. But you more concerned about talking shit about Floyd, how Floyd ain't top 5 and how Floyd ain't this Floyd, but you got nothing to say about this racist shit. All the shit that was going on in Russia, right? All you sitting there doing is you ain't Russian. Your black country ass ain't accepted by them. Bro, let me tell you something. Like I said before, the most you're going to get from the Russian people as a whole overall is, oh, that's Roy Jones. He's a famous boxer. Okay, whatever. Yeah. But as far as you being an equal or seen as the same, you fucking stupid, man. You fucking stupid. Your ego might make you sit and tell your fans you get the same kind of love. Yeah, you full of shit, man. But yeah, all of y'all got something to say when it comes to each other. It's always, let me try to tear a black person apart. You know, now, when he made that ignorant ass comment, Roy Jones, about Miguel Cotto was not an all-time great. He's a great Puerto Rican fighter. Like, what the fuck does that mean, Roy? Like I said before, unless there's some Puerto Rican boxing league that he dominated that I don't know nothing about, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Or what, he's only great in the minds of Puerto Rican people. What you saying? He's a great Puerto Rican fighter. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, if you categorize him with other Puerto Rican fighters, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean, man? I mean, for that matter, man, you know, Roy Jones feels that Salvador Sanchez was a great fighter. I've been saying that shit as well for the longest. You know how many people don't see Salvador Sanchez the same way? In fact, I did a poll on my channel. Y'all go in the community section and check that shit. I did that like 2 years ago. And I put up Oscar De La Hoya versus Salvador Sanchez. Who wins? Oscar De La Hoya by far got the majority of the votes. Now, people could say, well, that's probably younger guys that don't remember. It don't matter. It does and it doesn't. Doesn't matter because we'll never know. It's just some fantasy shit. But the point, what I'm saying is, all these people that claim to be such boxing aficionados, right? That don't mean we all going to see things the same way. But my point is, when you think you can tell everybody who's who and who's what and who would, right? Like, because you say it's so. Nah. I look at Salvador Sanchez. Now, if me personally, him versus Oscar, who I think would have won, is Salvador. But I'm not going to argue with somebody about why he wouldn't have won or why this and that. If you think Oscar wins, then you think Oscar wins. I don't really care. You understand what I'm saying? It's not up for debate. But I'm not going to say, well, Oscar's not an all-time great. He's only a great Mexican boxer. For that matter, here go the funny thing, right? Notice how Let me show you how Roy Jones is an ass-kissing motherfucker. Notice how Roy Jones never say, yo, man, let's be real. When Oscar beat Pernell Whitaker, yo, Pernell Whitaker wasn't the same fighter. Yeah, Pernell was doing drugs, or Pernell, all the other excuses everybody else made. Notice how he never said it about Oscar? No, notice, right? Notice how he never talked about how Oscar got folded by that body shot by Hopkins. Notice how he never talked about how Felix Stern really beat Oscar De La Hoya, but they robbed Felix Stern so they could set up Oscar versus Hopkins. See, notice how he don't never say any of that shit. But isn't it funny how this motherfucker always find a way to keep talking shit about Floyd? Floyd fought people when they was either too young or too... Yeah, you've been going up that whole shit your whole career. I got something for his fat pot-bellied bald ass anyway, but I'm gonna get off this video. I just wanted to get this out here, man, because bro, listen, it's too much of the same mentality going on. And what's really fucked up is when I listen to a guy Roy Jones' age, a guy Jared Anderson's age, a guy Keyshawn Davis' age or whatever, and I don't hear any difference. It's like the blind leading the blind. I mean, yeah, Roy is telling Jared all this shit about how he the chosen one and God, you can't stop what God got for you, and this is God's plan, and all, yeah, whatever, man. But I mean, just overall, when you listen, they all have the same level of maturity. Nobody's no more mature than the next one. They all sound like a bunch of kids to me. All of them. They don't know how to just, you know what, let me stay out of that. Just find something to talk about. Always find something. I'm going to save the rest of this for the next. But anyways, yeah, Keyshawn, you done fucked around and lost a lot of your fan base. You done fucked around and turned a lot of people off. So even for the people that you pissed off, that you apologized to, and you just re-fucked yourself by making this stupid video you made, man. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.